This is Module 3, Forced Convection, Lecture 5. So, these are the problems which are related to flow across cylinders. So, in the previous videos, we tried to solve the problems related to flow across a plate. Okay, so a metallic bar of 25 mm diameter carrying electric current is cooled by air at 30 degrees. Cross flowing past the bar with a velocity of 2.5 meters per second. So he has given the velocity of the flow. Okay. Similarly, he has given the temperature of the fluid. If the surface temperature of the bar is not to exceed 85 degrees Celsius, he has given the surface temperature. Usually we take it as wall temperature. Now he is asking to calculate heat transfer coefficient and heat transfer rate, okay, for 1 meter length. Now, so what he has asked. So before that, we need to find the properties of the air with respect to the mean film temperature. So initially we need to calculate the mean film temperature, that is wall plus air temperature by 2, the average of those two, we get 57.5. Okay. So using data handbook, that is page number 42. So this is the page number 42. Using interpolation method, you can find the values of 57.5 degrees Celsius, the values of mu, PR and K values. Okay. So after that, you need to find the Reynolds number whether to decide the flow is turbulent or laminar. Now, Reynolds number is equals to mu into d by u. So d is the diameter of the bar. Okay, you need to substitute in terms of meters. Okay, we'll get the Reynolds number. Since Reynolds number is greater than 2300, where the flow is declared as turbulent. Okay, next step is to find the value of H, that is transfer coefficient. So how to find the heat transfer coefficient? So because this is flow across cylinders, okay, flow across cylinder. If you go to page number 124, so there you will find the flow over cylinders. So here you can see the formula which is related to Nusselt number. Okay, so you need to take this equation because it is flow over cylinder. Okay, now so Reynolds number, we know that the value is 3339. Okay, which lies between, you can see here Reynolds number. So from here you need to find the value of a C, which is constant. M is the coefficient of flow. Okay, so the Reynolds number is between 40 to 4000, hence we take the value of C is 0.683 and M as 0.466, the constant values. Okay, once you get these two values, you can see as C and M. Reynolds number we found in the previous step, and Prandtl number we got it from the data handbook, that is properties of a air. Okay, if we substitute the values, you will get the Nusselt number as 26.55. Once you get the value of Nusselt number, next step is to calculate the average heat transfer coefficient, that is HD by K. Okay, so this formula you will get from page number 120. So from here you can find the value of H, that is 30.57 watt per meter square Kelvin. Once you get the value of average heat transfer coefficient, next step is to find the heat transfer rate. Okay, that is HA delta T. So here the surface area defines the pi dl because it is a cylinder. Okay, H substitute we got it from previous step. Pi into D is 0.025 into 1. Okay, since the temperature difference is wall temperature minus air fluid temperature, we'll get the heat transfer rate as 132.08 watts. Okay, so this completes this problem. Next, air at 1 atmospheric pressure and temperature 25 degrees Celsius flowing with a velocity 50 meters per second crosses an industrial heater made of long solid rod. Okay, he has given the heater which is made up of long solid rod. Okay, it is also a type of a cylinder. Okay, so from here you can decide whether it is a type of material which is cylinder or plate or sphere. Okay, the diameter is 20 mm. Now the surface temperature of the heater is 475 degrees Celsius. Now determine the allowable electrical power density he is asking. Okay, within the heater per meter length. Now what he has given the wall temperature, that is heater temperature, next a fluid temperature 25 degrees Celsius, velocity and diameter. Now to find the properties of air, we need to have a mean film temperature, that is Tf is equals to Tw plus T infinity by 2. Okay, you get the TF. So from this data handbook page number 42, so here you can see the 250. So from here you can get the values of properties of air. Okay, now next step is to find the Reynolds number, where V infinity into D by nu. Okay, so here we'll get the Reynolds number is 24 into 10 raised to 3. So this is related to greater than 2300, hence you can declare the flow is turbulent. Okay, now next step is to find the allowable power density. So allowable power density is, you need to divide with respect to density, that is volume. Okay, Q by V. What is the volume? Pi by 4 d square into L. Okay, area into L defines your volume. A into L. Okay, area is pi by 4 into d square into L. Okay, next. So here the unknown value is Q. So how to find the value of Q? Same procedure as we need to find the from the previous problem. So you can go to page number 124 here, because this is the type of material is cylinder. So from here we'll get the Nusselt number in terms of Reynolds number and Prandtl number related to flow over cylinders. Okay, same procedure we need to find value of C and M with respect to the Reynolds number. How much we got? Reynolds number is 24624. Okay, it lies between here 4000 to 40,000. Hence we need to take the value of C as 0.193, M as 0.618. If you substitute back the value of constants here, we'll get the Nusselt number as 87.7. Okay, next step is to find the average heat transfer coefficient. Okay, from this equation HD by K, you will get the value of H, that is 187.16 watts per meter square Kelvin. Next step is to calculate heat transfer rate, that is Q is equals to HA delta T. So here a surface area defines the pi into D into L. Okay, so H you know, area you know, and temperature difference. You will get the value of heat transfer. So once you get the value of heat transfer, just substitute the value of Q and volume of the cylinder. You will get the value of allowable power density as 16.84 into 10 raised to 6 watt per meter cube. So this completes this problem. Next, so this problem is related to flow over sphere. Okay, so previously we called the flow across cylinders. Okay, now this is related to sphere. So how to solve this? Air stream at 27 degrees moving at 0.3 meters per second across 100 watt incandescent bulb. So what do you mean by bulb? It is in the form of a sphere. Glows at 127 degrees Celsius. So he has given the bulb temperature. It means wall temperature. If the bulb is approximated by 60 mm diameter sphere, so he has given the diameter of the sphere. Estimate the HT and the percentage of loss due to convection. Okay. Now, the very first step is to find the properties of the fluid with respect to the mean film temperature. Okay, that is TF. We get the TF as 77 degrees Celsius. Okay, from data handbook page number 42, we'll get the values of flow properties of air. Okay, next step is to find the Reynolds number to decide the flow. V infinity into D by nu. Okay, so here Reynolds number is equals to, we get the value of this. Next step is to find the heat transfer rate with respect to flow over spheres. So these are the flow over spheres. Okay, so now, so you can see here Nusselt number is 0.37 Re to the power 0.16. Okay, but your Reynolds number must be in between these two values. Okay, next. So next step is to find the value of Reynolds number is known here. Just substitute the value of Reynolds number, you will get the Nusselt. Okay, once you get the value of Nusselt number, similarly average heat transfer coefficient HD by K. Okay, H is equals to 10.79 watt per meter square Kelvin. Okay, now heat transfer rate is HT by K, HA delta T. Okay, H into A. What is surface area of a sphere? That is 4 pi r square. Okay, the diameter is given, convert to radius to substitute here. You will get the value of heat transfer rate. That is nothing but heat loss due to convection. Okay, next is power loss. How to calculate the power loss? Similar. Now, heat loss due to convection divided by power rating of bulb into 100. That's all. So 12.21 divided by 100, you will get the power loss as 12.21% due to convection. Okay. So thank you guys.